Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fourth Presbyterian Church here in downtown Chicago. My name is Emma. I'm the music department manager here at Fourth, and it is a delight to have each and every one of you here on this frosty Friday, both in person and at home on the online website. I would love for you to take a moment and silence your cell phones while we do a little bit of housekeeping. If you'd like to travel with me, we're going to take a tour of today's program. On the very back, you can see a list of the upcoming programs. They will all be taking place here in the sanctuary at 12:10. Next week, we are having our own Dr. Douglas Cleveland. He is the interim director of music here at Fourth, and he's going to be performing on the beautiful, gorgeous organ that we have. This is the largest pipe organ here in the Midwest, so we'd love for you to tune in for that one. If you're in person, you'll get the vibrations physically in the aisles and the pews, which is a lot of fun. If you'd like to open up your program, on the inside you're going to learn a little bit more about Carmen and Andrew. Those are our fabulous guests today. They're part of the Folias duo. If you'd like to learn more about them, you can visit their website here at the bottom of the page. They also have a newsletter that they would love for you guys to sign up for, as they have a ton of gigs coming up in the next year. If you're interested in their music and you'd like to take a little of that home with you, I do have some merchandise in the very back. I'm happy to walk you through their CDs. If you have any questions, come and visit me. Please be sure to take lots of photos and videos. Tag all the artists on social media. We love free marketing, but please remain seated as you do that so you're not interfering with anybody else's views. Now please put your hands together and welcome Folias Duo.
Thank you so much. My name is Andrew Bergeron. This is my wife, Carmen Maret. We're from Grand Rapids, Michigan. We drove over this morning, and I feel so wonderful to actually see the sun again. It was totally worth the drive coming here, and now an extra bonus to play music for you. That was Carmen's composition, The Way Through, for piccolo and guitar, and we'll continue with a composition of mine from a series of pieces, each inspired by the different Great Lakes. We're going to play Lake Ontario. This is for Carmen's flute that she got in Africa from Guinea, called the tambine. It's almost more like a trumpet. It only has 3 holes, and it's kind of a special sound. So here's Lake Ontario.
Thank you. We've got a lot of interesting flutes up here. I've already played two kind of embouchure changing ones, the piccolo and then the African flute. And next we'll move over to the bass flute, which is kind of a treat. It's not often a sort of featured solo instrument, maybe more avant-garde music only, but we're going to play a jazz standard by Pat Metheny. And we learned this for our Valentine's show last weekend. This is called Always and Forever. It's the piece that he wrote for his parents in homage to them. It's one of the most beautiful jazz ballads. So Always and Forever by Pat Metheny. Andrew and I are going to share a couple of solo pieces that we wrote for you now. This next one is called Loco Valse, or Crazy Waltz. And this is inspired by a lot of different things, one of them being tango music. Andrew and I played a lot of tango music over the years. We have some of our former bandmates here, actually. And so this is in the style of a tango valse, but it's also got a little bit of Venezuelan joropo in there, a little bit of bebop, and maybe even a little bit of Looney Tunes. So here's my Crazy Waltz, Loco Valse.
My turn. I'll play a piece for you called Penance, and this is from a set of pieces inspired by one of the greatest novels of all time, Don Quixote de la Mancha. And the scene that I'm imagining when I wrote this piece was Don Quixote's in the mountains with his squire Sancho Panza, and he has written the letter to his love of his life, Dulcinea del Toboso, saying that he professes his love for her, and he instructs Sancho to bring the letter to her. And when Sancho leaves, Don Quixote deprives himself of water, food, and clothing, and is fasting and writing poetry in the mountains. At the same time, Sancho Panza goes to town and realizes that Dulcinea del Toboso does not exist. She's not real at all. She's a complete made-up thing in the mind of Don Quixote, and he goes back to the mountains and says, "Oh yeah, she said yes." And so I'm trying to kind of capture this duality of like this really serious, like, I really love this person, and I'm trying really hard with like this really funny kind of thing, like, hey, this isn't even real, so this is penance.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for coming to listen to us this afternoon. This is our pleasure. And it's such a beautiful space, wonderful, generous audience. We're going to end with a longer composition of Andrew's called Lake Superior. And this is our next big project, is we're going to tour in the summer and then eventually record this whole set of pieces about each one about the Great Lakes. So Lake Superior is the big one. This is the most recent one. It took a long time to finish. It's about a 10-minute piece, and it features all three of the flutes, the flute, alto, and piccolo in different set. And Andrew was trying to capture kind of the severity of Lake Superior, kind of the intensity, not so much just the serene beauty that we all tend to think of the Great Lakes, but the real intense, truly dangerous parts about the Great Lakes. Do you want to add anything? Yeah. Did I do okay? Yeah, so stay in touch with us. We're on social media, Instagram and Facebook. You can, Folias Duo is our handle, or foliasduo.com is our website. We have our whole tour. We'll mostly be on the West Coast next summer, but hopefully we'll be back in Chicago soon. So thank you so much.